Hello everybody, my name is Cheska Major and I write books as CD Major. I've got a thriller coming out, it's called The Other Girl and it's out in September this year with Thomas and Mercer Amazon Publishing. I really wanted to come and talk to you a little bit about it because it is a book that was a real passion project when I began it. I am an ex-history teacher, so I have always been interested in true stories and things that have happened to ordinary people that are extraordinary. And this book was no different. I always wanted to write about a lunatic asylum. I have always been interested in the fact that some people who end up there are perhaps not mad, but more misfits or awkward or not really able to be put into a box by society or frankly got rid of by their relatives. I was thinking of the author Janet Frame, who lived in New Zealand herself and was put in a lunatic asylum called Seacliff. She was shortlisted for a writer prize, and that shortlisting for that writer prize and the fact that she went on to win it was the only reason that she didn't go ahead and have a lobotomy, and that fact really stuck with me. So I've based The Other Girl in the 1940s in the lunatic asylum called Seacliff in New Zealand on the South Island. It is a sad place because in the same year there was a fire and this burnt down a wing of the lunatic asylum in one evening, and there were 39 women in the building and only 2 of them survived. So 37 women lost their lives, and we begin The Other Girl the morning after that terrible fire, and we meet my main character Edith, who is one of the 2 survivors. She's a really interesting character herself. She is young, she is attractive, she's about 20 years old, she's been there for 15 years, and she is the source of interest because the young male doctor who is new to the place becomes interested in her case and why she's there. So we watch Declan as he starts to investigate, and we see the reasons that Edith herself is in the asylum. That leads me to the other part of the book, which is that she was having past life memories as a child. And this is another topic which is a real rabbit hole for those of you who find this kind of thing interesting. I got obsessed with this topic. Children who up to the age of about 5 or 6 repeat the same details of another person's life. There's loads of different theories about whether it's reincarnation or whether somehow the DNA can have some kind of memory kept in it, or what's the nature of our souls. But really it's just about kids who come out with stuff that they shouldn't really know. And this is based on lots of these true stories of kids that continue to tell details to their family about things they experienced before. So my other mummy, my other house, my other life. We've read stories like this. There was a boy in America who was convinced that he had died in an airplane crash, and they tracked down a lot of the details of his story, and they discovered that there was someone named James, there was someone who flew off this aircraft carrier, there was someone who had a crash and died. And the family of the World War II pilot actually was so taken with this boy and the details that he could come out with that they did accept that he was the reincarnation of the boy that they'd lost. So I got interested in this topic, and Edith herself was put into the asylum by very religious parents for having these past life memories, and so we follow her and see whether those reasons for her being in the asylum could in any way be true. So it's part thriller, it's part mystery, it's part historical. It's hopefully a really gripping, page-turning read. It is dark, it has got these really sort of sinister themes, but equally I hope, it's a look at shining a light on people that perhaps don't necessarily always have a light shone on them. So I really hope you enjoy it. It's out in September, you can pre-order it now. It's called The Other Girl by CD Major, a real passion project, and thank you so much to Thomas and Mercer for publishing it. I am so excited, and I hope to hear back from you guys as to whether you've enjoyed it.